Perfect.
Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to Edge of Despair, where I think Kayla has died. I'm not sure.
No?
Okay. You just sounded a little like you died. After last week's shenanigans, where I very kindly decided not to sacrifice Kadia's new character, Scarlet, to the D&D gods. We're not playing D&D, though. We're playing Star Wars FFG, Edge of the Empire, no official name for the whole system. Which is a bad marketing move. There's so many links, Jesus Christ. We are still on Mustafar. Tiberzan showed up, and we are being summoned up for a meeting. I swear to God, if there's any more links, I'm going to shoot myself. Why are there so many links?
More.
Why doesn't the "don't ask for this for this player anymore" ever work? All right, I think we're good.
Never
All right.
over.
Oh, for fuck's sake. It's not over. It's not ogre. Okay, I think it's done. So yeah, I think we ended off the last episode with a phone call with Tiber and talking about the fact that both Vernon and HK have escaped our custody because they have nanomachines that replace them.
Never even got Vernon's custody.
Well,
you blew him away like 3 times.
Blew him away and then he walked away. There was nothing we could do.
Yeah, there was nothing we could do. It's not like someone in the party was like, hey, maybe we should do something about this robot that can clearly do whatever it wants, whenever it wants.
I was prey to the dark side temple stuff, okay? There's nothing I could do about that.
So, I'm going to start now. I'm going to need everyone to go into their character PC stuff, and you're going to add some more obligation to your character.
More?
Yes, and we're going to get to that.
Of the same type we have?
Just add bounty on top of whatever you have.
How much bounty? I've already got bounty.
No, just trust.
You add another bounty.
Okay.
How much?
Oh, there we go.
10 obligation worth. Now, everyone's obligation is currently triggered. Kind of just deal with it. You're going to have to sit at 2 for the entirety of the session, just like last time. And I will be generous, and I will let you keep your destiny point.
No!
I need to be assigned to color, Kayla.
Kadia,
I cannot select the orange orb I normally click.
There you go. You're good.
okay, so we don't have to roll any of that stuff, and you guys are currently still on the surface in the shuttle. You were just talking to our boy Tiberzan, and I will let you guys resume.
Yeah, we are looking to repair the cool runnings.
Yeah, but he wanted us to fly up to the ship to
Yeah, he requested our presence quick fast, I believe was the term.
Quick fast.
I think we just gotta write off the cool runnings.
We don't have to write it off. We don't necessarily have to take it right now, but
Even if we write it off, it still has useful stuff on it.
yeah.
Well, which multiple
there's
places did
anything-
you land it in?
No. See, I specifically oriented it so that it crashed in a salvageable, manageable
No,
position.
that was a part of his triumph. That did
Yep.
happen.
Okay.
That did happen. So it's not like it's in a million pieces scattered across the lava plains.
You
It's,
still have to spend an exorbitant amount to get it, past negative points.
Sure.
Or HP.
Sure, but it's still a ship on the ground over there.
So do you want to talk... Sorry, Scarlet, did you want to add something?
Suri?
We could come back for it.
Amazing.
Well,
I
this
believe
is my thinking. My
Iceman
thinking-
did imply that was a possibility. Who invited you?
Hold on now.
Wait a
hold
minute.
on.
Who are?
Hold on. I'll talk to Tiberzan. I'll see if we can get a repair crew out here after we're done.
All right, that sounds like a good idea.
Tosh knows what I'm talking about.
All right, well, if you guys got somebody to fly the shuttle, I'm gonna go ahead and take the cool customer on up.
Pad?
You look at me, I look over to our resident Trandoshan.
Oh, do I get a fly?
Um,
You want me to fly? That's new.
can you fly?
I think I've tried before.
How'd that
Take
go?
the yoke, son.
Was I there for that?
Physically, probably. Mentally,
Oh,
I
I'm...
never find.
Yeah, you can fly. I trust
We'll
you.
remind everyone to be paying attention to their Steam messages. And so, what are you doing, Scar?
There we go.
flying
that's
flying up
ridiculous.
to Tiberzon's ship.
So, what's the difficulty on this?
So you're not really too familiar with these big old Imperial bulky shuttles. It'll probably be a hard piloting check to get out of the atmosphere.
Wait, I'm getting a message from the Force.
No.
It's asking me to play Hunt Showdown.
No, it's not the Force.
All right, so Bubbles gets.
I think I did it.
Oh, what a Chad! Okay. You take off through the atmosphere, and you
Well,
are
that was me.
currently
That wasn't
heading
the shuttle. That was
Oh,
cool runnings.
Yeah.
Cool runnings. What do you got for it?
Well, I'd like to take away 2 strain with the advantage.
Okay.
And I don't know. I wasn't prepared for this. Does anyone have any ideas?
You show us the path.
Ooh, I like that. That's a little weak though. What if I slave the nav computer of the shuttle to me, and
I would allow
I
that.
just am able to guide it up out of the atmosphere?
I would allow that.
Aw.
Let's do that. Unless Bubbles is really
No.
wanting to try his hand at.
No, do it.
Bubbles tried his hand, and
Crashed the shuttle into the ground.
no, it just
Okay.
sat still.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll say I got it. I slaved the computer and just flew it up myself, both ships.
Bubbles is happily pushing controls around, and it seems like he actually thinks he's flying.
It's like when I give my friend's 5-year-old son an Xbox controller that's not plugged in.
Bubbles. I look at Pad just quizzically. Should we?
Just let him have his fun.
All right.
So as you begin to approach the Merciless, I think I'll allow Scarecrow, since he's the only one technically piloting here, to make a piloting or a warfare check. The cool customer begins to shake very violently.
What kind of check?
Warfare or piloting?
Yeah, what difficulty?
It's gonna be daunting.
Which is what, 5?
4.
4? Okay, I'm
Well,
gonna
minimal
go
is
Super
5.
Saiyan real quick.
Okay.
I did it.
You quickly make the realization that the Merciless is actually tractor beamed the cool customer and the shuttle behind it.
I think I'm okay with this. Wait, am I okay with this? Are we okay with this?
I don't know. Do you tell anyone?
Thank you, Kadia. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll radio over the comms to the shuttle. Hey, we're getting tractored in here, boys. Pad, this all right?
Tiber keeps on doing this. He thinks we just can't pilot, so he makes us, whenever there's a big fight, there's a debris field here, he doesn't want other ships to get injured, so he just tractors us in. It's something he does.
Sounds easy to me.
Okay.
Iceman allows it.
Okay, so the ships are pulled into the Merciless, and just as you're about to enter a weird trajectory, the tractor beam is turned off, and you make a normal landing.
But it's still stylish.
Shut up.
Whips the tail around.
Can we see if there's any sort of like obvious buildup in the hangar around us?
Well, I was about to get to that. I was looking at my notes. Sorry. As you guys kind of like peer through the windows and for Scarecrow, I suppose the cockpit, you notice that there is a unusually large amount of blast marks around the entirety of the hangar. And on one side, there is a massive, mostly destroyed Octopara droid on the ground in the hangar.
Looks like they didn't listen to my warning about the droids.
So sorry, what was your question, Corey?
I was just asking if it looked like there was any significant buildup there to greet us.
There is. There is a very large armed escort.
Like they had a lot of guns, they have big guns, or they have like literally large arms. My reaction will change depending on which of those is the case.
I know which one I want to be the case.
Yeah, Iceman needs to know if he's lightsaber out or...
There is approximately 24 armed guards.
They're
Do they
not
have big
droids,
arms,
right?
or do they
No.
have guns?
Kaya!
They've got guns and bigger guns.
Iceman will open the cockpit, hop out, toss his gloves at the nearest armed dude and say, fill her up for me.
Scarlett's gonna laugh.
I'm walking out
As
of
you
the...
do so, you notice that one of the guards has taken out a baton and he whacks you in the back of your shin, and you take 5 strain.
In
And
the
he
back
then
of my
aims his-
shin?
I am still
on the
Nerith, and I'm holding my lightsaber. Not lit, but...
Wait, how much time?
What?
Can I get a confirmation of how much time it's been since we left?
From the surface?
Yeah.
It'd probably be about an hour it took to like go that far of a distance.
Okay, I'm still in my, I guess, quarters. I haven't left the ship.
Okay. I'll move over towards Zilla's quarters and I'll knock on the door.
We're in a small transport shuttle. Her quarters are a chair.
Oh, I'll knock on the bunk.
Iceman's gonna spin around to the fool that hit him and demand to know what the big idea is.
Fool of a
Tells you to get on the ground.
He does what now?
Tells you to get on the ground.
I radio Tiber with my comlink because I'm
Is
tired
this
dealing
visible
with
to the rest of us?
the.
As you attempt to do so, you get nothing but static.
I say I'm just gonna wait here then.
Then you'll
What
do it on
the-
the ground. He moves forward menacingly.
I very slowly and deliberately take my 2 lightsabers off my belt.
Okay, as you do so, the rest of the armed escort begins to aim their disruptor rifles at you, and the man with the baton simply utters, "Don't."
This seems like a weird welcome for the people who do all the work around here.
As I see them level their pistols, I'm gonna level my pistol at them.
Oh my god!
If you're not getting off the ship, nice job,
I
Katia.
said I was off the ship because I laughed.
So I'll ask Zilla, "Hey, can you come out here real quick?
I just
Seems to be a problem out
slowly
here."
Open my eyes because I was in meditation. What's going on?
Seems to be a situation out here.
There always is. And I'll follow Pad out.
Okay, so I tail behind Zilla, and I nod to Artaz as we're about to leave the shuttle, and we point our weapons at the party.
What?
Artaz immediately draws his disruptor rifle.
Pad, talk some sense into it. Point it at them. What are you doing?
We're gonna have to take you in.
For what? Take us where?
Uh,
The detention facility, Artaz elbows you.
that.
Pad, you know you don't need to take us anywhere. That's deception with influence power.
Such a discipline slap.
Brought me out here just to point a gun at my face?
Discipline is going to be 1 challenge, 1 difficulty.
I need another force die. There's 1 force die. All right, and I am dark side, so that works.
So, Slumber, you've been coerced by the Force.
Perfect.
Pad,
Hoodwinked.
you can just lead us where we need to go.
You know what? I've been with you for so long. I completely trust you guys. You really don't need to have this armed guard. Artaz, you've been with us. What have they done to deserve this?
Artos, you know he's right. Same thing.
Oh my god. So,
Can there be a boost from that? Because I'm doing essentially a leadership check on Artaz. Like, he needs to stand down.
sure.
All right, what's his discipline?
It's average.
It's just average.
It's Okay.
And don't like that. I think I take just. Do I have to flip a destiny point to do this?
What do you
What
have
are you
to
trying
hit?
to do?
To turn light side into dark side points. It changes the mechanic. I don't take conflict for it. For this.
that would be weird. You use light side points to become more dark side. Wow.
I think it was a destiny point, and was there any strain involved?
I think
in
it's
it as
destiny
well?
point and strain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that, and I'll look up the rules while other stuff is happening, just to be clear. But for now, and I had a lot of advantage between them both, so I'm just gonna actually recover strain.
So, Artos says, I mean, I guess we could just, you can go.
Now let's let Iceman up, little soldiers over there. You heard Pad.
First of all, I never went down. I just want to point that
All
out.
right,
I'm still
let's
standing
let
there.
Iceman stay up.
Let's clear
Iceman,
that up real
Iceman,
quick.
this is not what's important right now.
Not anymore. We've cleared it. It's good.
Stand
So,
down, man.
other soldiers don't seem to be as convinced, and one of them moves right up behind the supposed Sith Lord, and just takes what looks to be duct tape and wraps it around his head.
What?
I
Unhand me.
yell at the man. I yell at the man to stand down.
Ignores you wholeheartedly.
Okay, so no check.
Is my mouth covered?
Try. I assumed you were just using.
I outrank him, right? Do I outrank him?
Yes.
Okay. What type of difficulty is it?
Be hard, I would say. I'm gonna flip a destiny point. Fight me.
Oh my! What a roll is that? Three
He
failures,
just
3 advantages.
wraps the tape around Tomnell's head and says, "All right, that's enough." And then he kind of walks up the pad, whaps him on the back of the head, and says, "Let's go."
Okay, those 3 advantages. I'm gonna have 2 other people detain that man.
So then move forward and say, you can't just hit a superior officer like that, even if it came from Tiber. And then they kind of like grab him and move him away.
What did I take? What strain did I take? Or wounds?
You take 1 strain. That's about it.
Take 1 strain?
Can't
Okay.
give you like a whack on the head.
It's unclear. Have the other guards lowered their guns? Or...
Not at all. They
Not at
then a couple of them move forward and say, "Come on, look." And they point down the hallway of the merciless.
Scarlet will go with them if she sees Pad going along.
I'm right behind you with my gun still drawn. I trust them. I don't trust you.
Oh shit! I don't even need to spend anything to do that.
Yeah, it didn't
I'll go first.
Okay, so they lead you down the hallway, and they take you what looks to be a prison block. They look to be processing everyone, and they start shoving everyone in cells. Does anyone want to respond?
I'm resisting that.
Yeah, I'm staying right next to Zilla and
Prison cells.
yeah. Iceman does not allow this.
I'm like screaming as I'm resisting. Not again. Not again.
So one of them just takes out his baton and is going to attempt to hit you, just so you know.
Well, him to the death.
Do you have any melee defense?
I do. Hold on here.
You have 1.
Where did my thing go? I had my character sheet up earlier, and it's
You have 1 defense. 1 melee defense.
Thank you.
So he whacks you across the back of the head and says, "Get in the damn cell." You take, I believe it is 8 strain.
8 strain.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I'm not done till I pass out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have. Hold on. Let me get my character sheet back up. Oh, I'm still resisting. I'm still up. I am going to punch him in the face.
Well, buddy, roll vigilance.
What? Oh, I have to get rid of these guys.
So a couple guards move into position, Pad, and they kind of like motion for you to get off your ass.
So I attempt to move in to break it up. I'm guessing that's a vigilance roll.
You can
Okay,
use
1
leadership if you
success.
want. Oh, you mean break it up physically?
I mean, if I'm going in here, I'm in combat time, right? I'm not doing this out of combat time, so I'd have to have vigilance to.
Yeah, sure.
Can you set the scene for us? Like,
Sure.
how many of
absolutely.
us are in cells? How many of them are there?
So,
What's the
Currently, you
what are
are all in a
we
very long
looking at?
hallway leading down a current
Yeah.
detention cell. It's
Yeah.
just a massive detention block, and it's
Uh-huh.
quite literally just a hallway. When you came in, there was a console on your right where they seem to have been processing your detainment. Most of the cells are a little more old-timey. They don't have just simple doors. They have very old bars.
Mhm.
There's also approximately 6 guards that are escorting you.
Only
Bubbles,
6?
what are you doing in all this? You've been suspiciously quiet.
Sorry.
He's dead? Okay.
Now,
So-
seeing Zilla being hit by one of the guards, Bubbles starts bringing out the big gun.
Oh.
The things that Kalo is pulling out right now and knocking down, those walls, are actually available on the Steam Workshop for download and use in any of your own tabletop games here on Tabletop Simulator. So make sure to search for Edge of Despair on the Tabletop Simulator Steam Workshop.
Yeah, they're very helpful.
So, Caleb, there is an attach tool.
What?
Yeah, I just...
So, I would like to.
So, however, a little strangely, they haven't really tried to detain the new person, Scarlet, very much. Scarlet is pretty much like, kind of just been left alone.
They also haven't tried to take any of our stuff, and they're not going to be able to easily. So
Yeah. If I'm in combat,
Iceman
my
upon-
lightsaber
yeah.
is drawn.
Iceman, upon seeing Zilla get hit, pulls out his lightsaber, ignites it, and
No!
advises the guards to lay out.
Please!
I was gonna ask Pad, what's going on here? Why are they trying to detain us?
This has gotta be a misunderstanding. Just please put your weapons down.
Then help them understand it, because
You
it's
don't
not going to go
try
well
putting
for.
me into a cell.
Pad, you seem to understand why you were pointing a weapon at us, so help us understand.
I just want to make sure no one gets hurt.
By pointing a weapon at us?
One of the guards moves forward and aims his disruptor pistol square at Iceman. Is it going to coerce him? He says, in a very stern tone, "You may have a lightsaber, that's fine, but I promise you that lightsaber won't let you stand up to the thousands of men that are on this ship. Lay down your weapon." What's your discipline, big boy?
Uh,
Can I give him a boost by interjecting?
discipline.
It would be a setback for the person making the coercion
Okay.
roll. What's your discipline?
4.
For green?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's too bad.
Side advantage, Scarecrow, is he kind of very clearly indicates to you that he is not, like, completely ready to just throw a bunch of, like, mountains of soldiers at you. As you kind of just resist the urge to stand down, you notice that behind him there are just more and more people piling.
Iceman is undaunted, and he says, "We're here to do a business deal. This isn't the way we do business."
Just let me straighten this out. I have friends on both sides here.
Then get straightening before we straighten it for you.
Well, I have to go to Tiber.
Yeah, and I don't see why you going to Tiber requires us being in cells. So let's maybe
Either do
just...
it, but Tiber told me to do it, so just please don't shoot the messenger or any of these other people.
Okay, well, if
please.
the messenger
Oh, they
stops
ain't gonna
trying to
get
shoot
shot.
us...
You
Iceman,
think a stun gun
ignites
is
his-
gonna stop any of you?
Iceman
think
ignites
I'm gonna
his second
stop any of
lightsaber.
you?
They ain't gonna get
Please.
shot today.
Scarlet's going to address Pad and say, "Okay, well then let's solve this," and start walking in a random direction that she thinks is the front of the ship.
Iceman mutters that they hate this person.
Wow. Iceman is already just on the hate train.
Pad,
Yeah, that tends to happen when they shoot me.
Pad, we'll stay right here, not in any cages. You go talk to Tiber.
I will pull Tomnal aside, and I'm going to hand him a data pad with a special code on it. And that code, you'll be able to hear it's basically like a transceiver on me. So I'll keep my comm open so you can hear exactly what I'm saying to Tiber.
This is
Just you.
something. I've decided I will wait in the cell and cooperate.
I will stand outside of the cell. I am not going in it.
And I'll talk to the guards again. I'll just be like, listen, lock down the hallway. They don't need to be in a cell. Please don't put Zilla in a cell. For your sake, please don't do it.
Okay, so a couple of the guards kind of indicate to Pad and Artaz to follow them, and then one of them stops and says, "You," and points to the to Scarlet and says, "Arcadian, come with us."
Well, where does he seem like he's got? Like, where's come with us to where? Like, is it to the cells or is it to?
So this little like shit I've assembled right here, these are individual cells.
Okay.
And you guys are currently just in this hallway, and he's leading you like away from the cell.
Okay, I'll follow him. I'll follow with him.
Kalo, is there a corner of the room where no one can see me?
Depends on which cell you want to go in, big boy.
You decide and just let me know if there's a corner of the room where I'd be able to do it.
Yeah, there's a set of cells like right towards the back where you can just chill.
All right, I'm gonna be trying to be stealthy and unseen.
Does Iceman notice this attempt at?
Well, we have to let him make the roll. It's gonna be hard.
What is the? Oh shit! This is terrible.
Are you trying to actually like hide as you're moving there, or are you trying to coolly go over?
Well,
to
yeah,
that
he's just
cell
trying to,
in a
like-
nonchalant fashion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
while
just
I'm
try
in the
to
cell, I'm trying to
slip
just be in
away
a corner.
unnoticed.
Well, no, I'm not trying to go anywhere. I'm still trying to be in the cell. I just want to be in a corner of the cell where I'm not.
But we're not in
know.
cells. We're in this hallway.
No, I said
With
I was going into the cell.
Yeah.
I'm cooperating. But while in the cell, I
Oh.
want to do something a little bit less cooperative. All right. So it's hard, Kalo,
So
you said?
There's a cell in the back that would very clearly like make it hard for anyone to hear.
I'm going more for C. I'm not making any noise. What I'm going to do is going to be silent.
Are there? Oh God. All right. I think I know what's going.
Okay, the threat is obviously you take a strain, Corey.
Okay.
Okay, so no one's really suspicious of you per se, but everyone does notice that you've gone towards the back, right?
Okay.
There's no failure in the sense that like Scarecrow or anyone else is like, oh my god, what are you doing? What's the triumph to?
The triumph is that I'm right next to a locker that has some of Tiber's
No.
on-duty clothes in it. This is a makeshift cell from a storage
The
room.
only reason that I would say no is because you're literally just in a prison cell. Like, why would no?
Because it's a makeshift prison cell from a storage room because they're not equipped for all of these prisoners at once at this part of the ship. Having accosted their guards and thrown Pat off of his original plan.
Yeah, I'll allow.
You won't because I'm the GM, motherfucker. Corey, it's not that I don't think it's an amazing plan. It's just no, it doesn't
Okay.
make sense.
That's fine.
If it made sense, I would absolutely be down for it.
Okay, so the triumph is that there are some of the guards get called away. Some of the guards that are closer to my cell get called away to a developing situation somewhere else on the ship. So I'm under slightly less surveillance and may have another chance at being undetected later.
Sure.
And there's
sure.
fewer people
So
for us to deal with.
We're gonna notate that with this because I mean this is kind of something to spend a lot. You're spending a triumph here. We're gonna notate that with 4 boost die,
Okay,
and those will be used on your next roll to try and be good.
sure.
Okay, so Katia, you've been following the Mon Calamari around for a while.
I'm
And,
gonna make sure to be walking just barely behind them, making it look like we're walking at you.
walking together.
Yes.
Sure. Okay, so you're right behind him, and eventually you get to what looks to be like a sort of like meeting room. There's a Trandoshan in the middle of the room, and a ton of they look to be high-ranking officials because they're not the typical armored soldier. They're in pressed up and interesting uniforms that have these weird sigils on the side.
Okay. Oh.
Assuming act when he entered the room, so I'm giving him wide berth to do so.
What does it
Does
look like they're doing?
They seem to be having a discussion, and one of them kind of just blurts out a very large credit number, something around 800,000 credits lost.
Okay. And does my escort, does he like leave me at the door, or what is he doing? Is he just like opening
He just
up?
kind of grabs you by your forearm, not super hard, but just kind of motions you forward into the room.
Okay, I walk into the room like I own the place.
They move in kind of like behind you to block your exit, and Pad and Artaz follow you in. I'm assuming you're following them in, correct, Slayer?
Yes.
Okay. So the Trandoshan, Slever, you recognize it as Ostok, kind of moves forward. His big black scales are a little singed, as far as you can tell. Like he's been recently assaulted, and he just kind of looks at you and says, "So, how'd it go?"
Ostok, you failed me again.
I don't think I had the opportunity to fail you. You're the one that crashed that ship into the ground.
Oh my goodness. How many Sith Lords have you fought?
He kind of holds up his 3 fingers and gets to 3 and stops.
Ask him how many cans he's cut off.
The things we had to deal with to just get back to the ship is beyond comprehension.
So he kind of points around and says, "Have you noticed like all these singe marks?"
Oh, you're in a big ship. Oh, what do you... There's...
Are you okay?
I'm sick and tired of being tossed around, betraying people. It's really good to me.
Fair enough, but that droid you brought back to us turned on while we were working on it.
Did dust come out of it?
He kind of cocks his head to one side and says,
I'm
"It's a good
sorry.
way to."
I almost said Tesla. Scarlett's gonna step forward and say, "I'm assuming the nanomachines reanimated the droid. Did you get it contained? May I look at this droid?"
He just kind of raises his big lizard eye, like, "What?" And says, "Who are you?"
Just go with it.
I'm like, I am Scarlett. Who are you?
Oh, Scarlet, of course.
"Oh my, I'm so sorry." And then he kind of like whaps you on the back of the head and says, "I think you should really tell us why this creepy little Pinky is going to talk to us like that."
Creepy little Pinky.
He's a Trandoshan.
He has a way with words. Well, the best way I could describe Best way I could describe him is a lot.
Currently, there is a large detachment of troops literally. He then just kind of stops and holds up a data pad, presses a couple buttons, and reveals that the droid, NK Necrosis, is still on the ship and has been detained in a very awkward way. There's just a bunch of soldiers making sure he can't leave a corner.
What? Quick question. What
You
would
notice
be-
that part of the droid is still severely damaged. It's in the same exact spot that it was shot with the massive ship-grade cannon.
I wanted to know more about nanomachines.
Son?
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
This is a systems question. This is like a out of character or systems question, Caleb. Oh, if I wanted to know more, like research, would that be a check or would that be
Or that I want to...
or
There's- It would be either education, warfare, or mechanics for computers. Each one will give you a slightly different response.
I would like to see if I can recall of a way to disable nanomachines.
In what are you trying to use for this? Give me a narrative reason that you're making this roll.
So, nanomachines are one of the many
Like, what type
many
of shit?
topics that I have studied from my education. In fact, I'm a flip a destiny point. I did a thesis paper on applications of nanomachines, and I would like to recall how nanomachines are controlled and what could be done to suspend them, essentially.
Okay, sure. That will be daunting.
Of what type of role?
You can use education. That is the one that's allowed.
Okay. I'm blind. There it is.
3 and 3 for you. I was wondering what the big shadow was, but it's because Mustafar's flying.
You said daunting?
Right.
That's 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
4 successes, 1 advantage.
During your time writing this thesis paper, you learned that the two most common types of nanomachines are the ones that are self-sustaining and the ones that are hive-based. You would need to know which type they are to have the best chance of learning how to put them.
What? So, for each variant, what would the method be?
For a hive-based, you would have to find like whatever is projecting their signals and destroy it.
Okay, and then for self-sufficient?
You have to incinerate them. You have to put so you know that nanomachines are very tiny in general, and the easiest way to do it is just to up the core temperature of a room to somewhere between 500 and 1,000 degrees.
So you're saying putting them on ice ain't gonna do it?
Putting him
Technically,
on blast will.
would also assist.
Do I know of any common frequencies that are used for transmitting in the hive? Like, in theory, could you block a frequency to prevent the transmission?
What frequency they were on? Yes, but
Yeah, you would have to know that. Okay. Oh.
6 intellect. What type of shit is this?
I'm
Big
going
brain.
I'm gonna address. I'm assuming it's Tiber.
You
Tiber's not here yet.
would have no idea who that is.
The guy who seems most in charge, who showed us.
Charge is the black scaled Trandoshan and a a black-haired man with a fairly short hair and he looks to be the most respected official.
Which one looks more intelligent between the two?
Oh Jesus! The black-haired person.
Okay, I'm gonna address him. And I'm gonna say, I have done some research into those nanomachines.
Son.
There are. There are. What's.
We've got to stop.
Composure. There are some. I've done some research into these nanomachines, and they are either one of two types. They're either the type where they are a hive mind, where they are getting instructions broadcasted from somewhere, or they are the type that are self-sufficient. In the former case, we can either jam all signals, if it's possible, put it into a room where we can set up like a black zone so no signals can get through that room, and you will not have to worry about the droid anymore. Or if it is the latter case, the only way to deal with them sufficiently would be to incinerate them.
Who are you again?
I say, I am Scarlet.
Ostok kind of looks to Pad and to Artaz for an explanation.
Just listen to him.
What about Uri? That was kind of a big reason that you were there. He kind of bumps into you a little. Pad.
Remind me, Uri again.
Good. So Uri Fen is Tiberzon's right-hand man.
Oh, I was looking for him, right?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I saw him on the bridge of the Hammerhead, but I don't think I ever had a chance to tell any of you about anything, so...
Yep, so... Missing in action, we didn't actually see him.
So the gentleman with the black hair and a bit of a strange-looking face moves forward. Slevard, you know him as his name is... In command name is just Sykes, and he says to Scarlet, "That's nice and all. How do we know you're not just bullshitting us?"
I say, if you allow me access to a terminal, I can pull up a paper I wrote on it.
Or we could just try it out right here, and I pull out the glass of nanites that I have, or nanomachines that I have on me right now.
So as you do so, you kind of feel the ship rumble a little bit. And eventually Sykes kind of turns and moves back to the table in the conference room and presses a couple buttons, and he just kind of gives the most exacerbated sigh and says, "I hate this job sometimes." And he presses a couple more buttons, and you can see the lights of the ship have turned to a dim red. So Corey, we're going to go back to you for a little bit. What's going on?
Am I seen by anything yet?
Currently, you're in this room.
Okay.
You're not. What do you mean seen? Can you
Am
give me
I?
a better-
Is anyone looking at me?
You look over and see Iceman staring at you through the bars.
I don't care if you guys see me. I mean the guards.
Currently, there's only one guard at the terminal, and there's 3 at the door to get.
Do I hear anything from that situation that I had develop?
Sure. You begin to hear very loud blaster shots going off, and the ship itself is beginning to rumble from the impact.
Look, we want to get paid. We did a job for you guys. That sounds like a bigger problem you might want to deal with. I say that to the guards watching me.
You said what to them? He said it in a really weird way. Sorry, what?
That sound that you're hearing, that sounds like a bigger problem than we're going to be. We're going to wait right here for Tiber. He owes us money. What are we going to do? Leave the ship? You should just let us go and go deal with that.
So it's going to be a hard deception check. Nobody's fool. Upgrade it twice.
Hard deception check. Nobody's fool.
Means that you
Is that the
upgrade
upgraded
check.
twice? Okay. I thought you meant that was an additional thing.
That's what's allowing it to be upgraded.
Yeah, but just the way
Okay.
you said it sounded.
I was also confused.
It's too
Oh, well,
easy.
shit.
Oh.
All right, yeah. I succeed, but I despair.
You sob and do it.
With the advantage, there's a lot of screaming in the background from the fighting from the Octoptara.
Okay. All right. Just lots of screaming. I'm really deciding on how to handle the despair.
You throw another Sith Lord in here, I'm gonna cut his hands off.
Somewhere there's a Sith, like Palpatine somewhere with all of his trainees coming back with chopped off Iceman.
So Corey, continue on. They're convinced.
Okay, so the three watching run away.
Yes, they've left, and you are currently alone.
Iceman, should I do this the sensible way or the interesting way? We can get some more information, or we can get some guaranteed compliance. What do you think?
Iceman pushes his shades up the bridge of his nose and says, let's see some
Let's see some what?
results.
Okay, again, we can get the interesting results, or we can get the guaranteed semi-results.
Zilla
let's,
like punches like her fist into her other hand. She just goes, compliance.
All right. Tomnal tries to become Tomnal Zan.
Shapeshift into Tom or into Tiber's
into
body.
Tiber, yeah.
Okay. All right. I suppose there's worse things that you've said to me.
I don't like how that. I mean, I'm on his ship. I want him to listen. I want the people to listen.
Go ahead. Make the check.
I knew I should have done Silry.
That would be a hilarious idea.
I want to do it now. Which should I do?
I thought that's what you were gonna do.
Kalo, can I do that? Can I do Silry instead?
Sure.
Why?
Try and avoid using her name like in character.
Yeah, I don't know that. I'm
Okay,
just.
yeah.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever done.
No. This can never be dumber than Roger.
Roger.
Fucking robot's here to join the rebellion.
Oh shit, I didn't use my boost. Doesn't matter.
Still got it.
I'm gonna roll the boost anyways, just to see if I get anything worth for it. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Alright, one success,
got
one
the-
triumph.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to air out my stupidity. You successfully take the shape of Silry.
Unknown Dark Jedi lady that I've
Make
seen
sure to
once.
take your strain when you do that move.
Very well.
Yeah.
The triumph. Oh god, I'm pretty sure that means that in this particular case, it's an upgrade if they wanted to do deception. Try and see if you're the real deal. So, continue. I mean, unless you want to use it for something else.
No, that's fine.
I believe that's the only application.
Alright!
Oh no.
Okay. I've made a mistake.
You have made a great mistake.
Iceman turns around and walks down the hallway.
Ground.
Time to get some information.
Yeah.
Slasher 1595 says, "Why not turn into Uri?"
Because they know he's not there.
Do
They can be reasonably sure Silry's not there, but at least they'll react a certain way, and we'll get information from that.
Okay, so Zilla.
Wait,
And
completely
inertial.
unrecognizing his the form that Tom was taking, she's like, "What? Who are you?"
I saw this person on the bridge of the Hammerhead.
So you just decide to... You realize they're probably just going to shoot you on sight now, right?
They may try that. I bring darkness!
Iceman is more disappointed than usual with Tom.
Are you sure that the droids weren't the worst it could get? Like,
Oh yeah, that's tops for sure.
Well,
But,
look what I'm about to do. I pad. Hollow on.
My eyes widen to the point that they almost pop out. I better
Asok
say,
immediately just like jumps and says, "What the hell?"
Where is Tiber?
Sorry, you cut out, Corey. Say it again.
Where is Tiber?
All right, hold on, composure. I don't know how to to react.
how did you get this number?
New comlink, who dis?
I have my ways.
So, oh fuck. All right. Ostok gains his composure and says, "He's not on the ship. You think we would be so stupid as to make the same mistake twice?"
I'm not gonna do the voice.
Please answer just yes in that voice.
It seems that way.
So Ostok then moves and grabs Pad's holocommunicator and shuts it off, disengaging the communications, and he says, "Pad, you wouldn't try and betray us, would you?"
Why would I do that? I would just die on sight. Dude, this is dumb.
When they hang up, I drop the form back to normal Tomnal.
As you attempt, yes, here we go. As you attempt to do so, you begin to feel your heart quicken, and your normal muscles aren't responding the way you want. You still look like Silry.
Why?
Because you despaired, you idiot.
I triumphed on the transformation.
Yeah. So
It was so good you can't turn back again.
Guys, I'm having a problem.
you
You know what
mean
they
more
say, when you
people?
make a face too long, it stays that way.
I saw this person on the bridge. I thought it would be a good way to get information.
Iceman sighs and walks.
Spontaneous
slowly,
marching
walks away.
noises coming towards the prison block.
We're in big trouble.
Oh boy.
How many sets of footsteps do I hear?
A lot.
So more than one person.
Yes, you fucking dingus. What the heck?
This isn't good.
Do you have a hood?
Is there any air ducts in the area? Is there a way we can escape?
So I'm gonna go back to our good friend Pad Farlow, and he just kind of pulls Pad to the side and says, "Sorry about that. Tiber's demanded that we've had enhanced security, and I mean, I was honestly brought on the ship like that as well. If you want, you can go ahead and go get your party, but we need to find out where on Earth Silri is and how she got on the ship. Sound good?"
Oh, yeah, sure. And I'll look at Artaz and motion him back away with me. If you want to follow Scarlet, you can. I'm not stopping you.
I found out her name! Yay! See, it was worth it.
I will. So, do we demonstrate the nanomachines and the
You
control?
Find a way to do it, yeah.
If you want to stay up there and do that, you can.
It seems like that kind of got dropped. Like people got
Oh,
distracted.
no, it's not dropped. It's just someone did something so stupid I have no idea how to react.
Okay, so how about this?
I would want to stay and
Sure.
Yeah.
So Snakes moves up to you and says, "Can you give me a better demonstration and like some actual ideas on how we do any one of those things?"
certainly. The easiest way would be if you can take me to any sort of lab with equipment.
Him and Ostok lead you to a development-looking area on the ship. It's not exactly pristine.
What kind of tools do I have? Mostly I'm looking for something that can block radio waves in a direction, or any sort of like microwave chamber or like sealed chamber that can dampen radio signals.
So, unsurprisingly, there's actually a ton of communication jammers like in this development area because this is a military complex and they would obviously have that type of method.
All right, excellent. I will. Did Pad give him the jar, or are we going off of the actual rope?
Do you want to flip a destiny point? Sure. As if Slever's okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll flip that destiny point. And I will assemble I guess like a makeshift room. I don't know if you want to do like a mechanics check or something like this. For this. Essentially, I want to assemble a way where I can angle the radio blockers so that they're blocking signals from reaching the nanomachines.
Okay, that would be a computer's check, and it's going to be like daunting with an upgrade of 1. Although you have a thesis paper on nanomachines, these are proving quite difficult to work with.
So daunting, so like that?
Or difficulty.
Yeah. Okay, let's go with an upgrade of 1, right?
With an upgrade, yep. That's it.
3 in a red.
Give it a roll, big boy.
Yeah, how do you want to resolve the threats?
So the 2 threat, you take 2 strain. The success is you do find a way to jam, like, on a very... the jamming material seems to work, in the sense that if there was anything on that radio length, you definitely would have, like, turned it off. It wouldn't have been able to receive any sort of communications. However, it doesn't appear that the nanomachines are even being affected by it.
I'm trying to do it across a spectrum. So essentially, what this experiment would tell me is if it succeeds, then the nanomachines are not responsive, block the radio waves. If it fails, then they're either self-sufficient or they're receiving a signal in some other way.
they are not really responding to the signal at all. You can reasonably deduce that they are self-sufficient.
Okay. I will say
It reinforces your previous thesis that they should be incinerated.
yes. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna tell them these appear to be the self-sufficient kind. You can easily take care of these by incinerating them. 500 degrees should.
So back to Sleverd, Sleverd, you move down the the corridor with Ostok and see Iceman looking much more disappointed than normal, and past him is a.
I don't even get a chance to roll my core class feature because I rolled a despair on an unrelated thing and got a triumph on the related thing. That is some bullshit.
Iceman agrees.
That's like saying Scarecrow failed a stealth check so he can't fly. That is bullshit.
Or throwing a grenade at someone, hitting them, and then saying, "Oh no, it missed because I flipped it down."
All right, Scarecrow. You've been the first person to lead this confrontation, and this should give Corey some time to fix his skin.
So is Pad and Ostok they're in this hallway?
We're walking down the hallway.
Yes.
Okay.
They've opened up the door, by the way, so there is now an actual decent way out. Ostok kind of says, "So, we got this read that some communications from someone that we have a shoot on site came from this cell. You want to explain that to me?"
Yeah, it was me!
Oh my god, he didn't even change it. He just gave me this whole lecture on why
No,
it was
no,
bullshit.
I absolutely stand by that being bullshit. But we're going with it anyways.
Iceman was about to speak, but was cut off.
Go ahead, Iceman.
He was cut off by a shrill shrieking behind him.
Trillery, you might say?
Goodness.
So you
Iceman
see-
has
What?
no word.
I'm with you on that one, buddy. Ostok kind of reaches for his baton preemptively and begins to move further into the cell.
I jump at Ostok. How many people are with him?
There's like 4 guards behind him, not including Sleverd and Artos.
I jump on Ostok. And... how many people can I use this on?
When you say jump on, do you mean like
He's mounted them.
attack or
No, I'm just jumping like literally on him, so we are essentially touching. And
My god.
can I do this on multiple magnitude?
yeah? There's no way he would see that as an attack.
Doesn't matter. I am using misdirect basic power on the 4 guards to make Ostok also look like Silry. So they see Silry jump at Ostok and then...
We're going to break. No, we're going to break.
Okay. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
all of his
I
social
only-
don't talk shit
the
about
only-
Toggle.
Social interaction.
Listen, for the majority of the time you were pit hiddle, all you cared about was a quick buck.
I'm pretty sure
I
if you
spent
listen to the
probably
Republicans,
behind
Bubbles
these,
speaks a
sunglasses.
lot because bullets are speech.
Yeah, freedom of whatever.
If bullets are
Also,
She's a
I'd
speed
like to get a
rapper.
boost from now on every time I try and aim and cut someone's hands off my lightsaber. I think I've earned that.
I don't think that's like.
I think you can earn, like, no,
I'm- A little proficiency boost.
Is that a skill you can rank up in the character generator? Like Kalo, can you
No,
mod that?
Yeah, is that something you can add in there? Like,
item. Like, it's just a hand cutter
Yeah,
offer.
It's a special grip for a lightsaber, aids in the
It can
ability
be
to cut off hands.
They could be gloves called Look Ma No Hands.
All right, so we're back, right, Corey?
Mhm.
I think I just watched the. Okay, so you have gripped on to Ostok, and he is kind of taken aback, and he looks down at himself.
So Corey.
It does affect him, correct?
No, I still have to do the roll. I'm not 100% sure how this power works.
You're doing the illusion roll?
Yeah.
Or you just don't even know. All right, cool.
No, I'm trying to see if it's an opposed check again. So it'd be the 4 guards that I'm targeting. They'd be the ones that see Ostok differently.
Is that on your character sheet? And,
Yeah, it's so I can I need to roll the points.
Jeez. Okay, let's see. Which power is it again?
This is Mr. X. So I think I just need to roll the force dice and see if I get. Well, I can convert the other ones if I need to, but we'll see.
Jedi BS's. You want to use those 4 boosts from that triumph, by the way?
Can I use them each as a force dice?
If it's versus one of their stats? Question mark.
So Mr. X.
Does like.
Let's see. So you can commit 2 force die to sustain the power after you roll the power to keep it within like anybody that's in short range. You can spend a force point when you initially roll it to increase the range to medium range. Let's see. User may alter the perceived appearance of the chosen person. Okay, yeah, that doesn't require any force points.
I think I'm just using the regular power. I'm using the magnitude power to affect up to 3 other ones because there's 4 total. I can get up to 4 total points, maybe if I'm lucky, or I can just beg for my life. It's probably going to be both. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of both. One of them thinks Ostok is Silry. The other ones don't.
You can convert those, right?
I can convert 2 of them, but it takes 2 destiny points, and I don't want to do that.
Why not?
That's a lot of destiny points.
Just do it. What's the worst that can happen?
It's only double what we usually use.
You mean in a whole session?
I think convincing one of them is enough.
Okay.
Honestly, that's going to cause some ruckus.
Let's go for an even split. I'll do 1 destiny point.
Okay.
There you go.
Now there's 2 that think that there's 2 Silries on the ground.
So one of them, his jaw just kind of flies open, and he goes, "Man, I've been doing too many drugs." And he kind of like rubs his eyes and like looks, and he's like, "You guys seeing this?" Because that's kind of a strange thing. And the only other guard that was affected by it kind of like reaches for his gun and aims it and like dances between the 2 of you. And Ostok is looking down at you like, "What are you doing?"
I just look at Ostok and say, Roger, Roger.
So, so I can clearly see it's Ostok and
Yes.
Silry, right? Did Silri walk out of the same location that Tomna was in before?
I don't know that you were here to see him.
I wasn't
I
here
don't
to
know.
see
I don't
that.
think
That's
so.
correct. Okay. Well, obviously, Silri's a person of interest for for Tiber, so I point my gun at Silri.
So
There's only one though that I see.
he swings Tomnal / Silri around and puts some binders on her, and says, "I don't know how you got on this ship, but he ain't leaving ever."
I'm Tomnal. Stop it.
No voice.
I'm Tomnal.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, all right, you do finally manage to drop out of the appearance.
Nope.
Oh,
I can't change back.
Oh.
And then I'm like, oh yeah, that's definitely Tom. Okay.
It's too stressful. I can't perform.
So we have right now we have Ostok looking like Silri to two people, and
to
Ostok looking like
Silri.
and Ostok looking like Ostok to two others.
So the two guards move forward and say, "I don't know what type of sorcery is going on here, but you better stop whatever it is that you did." And he kind of like aims the gun and says, "Silri," and then he aims it back at quote Ostok, and then back to Tomnal. And I believe you can hold that power up as long as you right.
No, it's until the next turn, which I think
You can sustain it. You can sustain it by reserving
committing.
2 force.
Yeah, sure, why not? Let's commit that. That's fun.
God.
This is great.
I'm sorry for the long gaps there.
You having a tough time tonight?
I'm having. It's not that it's like. I just don't know how.
So Iceman, are you standing next to me, or are you standing
I don't-
next to the group?
I'm not sure what the movement. I was in front of the group.
Okay,
down
so
the
we just
hallway,
walked
so I'm
right
not-
past you then.
Yeah, you just walked right past me.
Okay.
And I stood there leaning against
Okay.
the hallway.
So as I'm walking up, it's like, as I
You
trip
and
up,
fall.
Rips instantly. Okay.
what is going on?
You remember Roger?
Are we doing the Roger?
Was Pad there for the Roger? Oh yeah, that was the first. That was.
Yeah, that was Pad's introduction to the group. He'd remember it well.
God, that feels like it was so long ago, but it was. It was.
It's 4 Mustafars ago.
Oh,
It's
we were there for so long.
it's a variation of the Roger.
Okay, now I stop looking like Silri.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Ostok does not stop looking like Silri. Actually, you know what? Fuck Ostok. I transform into Ostok.
Okay, makes sense. I mean, they watch you do it, though.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's less
but
fun.
for all they know, that could be Ostok reverting back
Yeah.
to normal.
Yeah, or the Dark Jedi's tricks wearing off on one of them.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
no, you definitely have to make the check.
Yes.
Yeah, they just see Silri turning back into someone that they knew was there and was being
Yeah.
disguised.
Okay. I look back at Artaz. Artaz with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I look back at Artaz. Is like, okay, I don't have as, and I'll try to whisper it to him so that other people
Oh,
can
for
hear.
fuck's sakes.
You're kind of gyrating a little. I
Okay.
mean,
When it doesn't work, I just transform back into fucking what's his face. Oh, and then
How it looks when it doesn't work. Like, he just kind of goes...
also, while I do that, I pass out.
Oh no.
I'll go over and carry Tomnol and wait. Tomnol's still in Sillery's form,
Yeah.
though, right? I'll go pick up Sillery bridles.
Celery.
Celery.
You don't revert when you go unconscious?
I don't think so. I think that's
Oh.
that's Kalo's decision, I think. I don't know.
Does the party like that house rule?
It's the equivalent of being able to hold your pee in your sleep.
Well, if you go to sleep,
Wait,
Yeah, if you-
wait, Frog. You know that's a standard skill, right?
Exactly. That's
If
why
the
I can
character
do
goes
it
to
so
sleep-
easily.
Okay.
It's an innate skill.
do you just hold it? There's no time limit on your transformation, right?
No.
It doesn't specify. So, no.
Yeah, I'm fine
And I
with
mean,
it.
I was...
To me, that says it's something that requires like an effort to change rather than an
decision.
effort to keep.
Yeah. That logic's. So I'm just passed out Silvery right now.
Okay, you're on the ground. And Ostok has the most
I'm
bewildered
carrying
face.
her.
Okay, still, Ostok is very bewildered at the turn of events.
Yeah, the soldiers no longer see him as Silvery.
So the two guards kind of just like start to scratch their heads, and one of them just kind of takes out a tissue and begins to wipe their eyes, and then looks back at you and goes, "Oh, that's bad." So finally, Ostok moves over to Iceman and says, "Can I speak to your whole party for a second?"
He's not in charge of me. You can talk to me.
Iceman allows it.
He says, "All right, so so you guys have been paid a lot of money, and you don't have the corpse that we sent you for."
Maybe if you told us a little more about this corpse, other than hey, go get the robot, might have had a little better results. Also, if every time we didn't show up in your ship, you threatened / attempted to jail / shot and hit our crew, we'd be a little more amicable to the situation at hand.
I think we can make amends. We can.
Indeed.
How is my strength threshold 8?
I'm wondering the same thing. It doesn't sound right.
That really doesn't sound right.
Yeah, something must have reloaded it early.
Mine is
said 11.
17.
Well, he had 11, like, I think, literally last session.
That's what I thought, but now it's on the
8 is
character sheet.
abysmally low.
You respect and not remember?
No. I'm confused.
No, I'm there with you. He said, so Ostok says, so Tiber is currently not on the ship because of the events that have transpired. However, he has these explicit instructions that he then looks to the currently on the ground Silry.
I'm carrying Sillery. They're not on the ground.
Sorry, I keep forgetting.
I'm making sure we don't forget Tomnol.
Did you say that out loud?
Like we did
No.
Ostok.
That was out of character.
Okay, my strength threshold is 9, and last episode it was 8. I was just always really low for some fucking reason.
You're just a very high-strung Claudite.
Just constantly freaking out.
This is abysmal.
It really is. So I know that's your ship, Odisseo. I'm pretty sure we can repair it. It will take a while. Correct. So I'm having bad memory here. You guys did share with the consortium where HK said he was going, correct?
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure that's what Iceman's or Corey said to him.
Yes.
Okay. So Mike, just making
Yeah.
sure.
I told Tiber what I showed Tiber the handiwork, the blood on the.
So here's the thing. Even with our abundant wealth of power, getting into Dathomir right now with the current state of the Empire is going to be very problematic. And we could just send you there, but that would be most assuredly be a death sentence. So we were thinking maybe you should go back to Corellia and ask your friend in the Empire.
So wait,
See-
wait.
Go ahead.
You
Bubbles.
arrest us, and now you want us to keep doing your dirty work?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, went on this mission because they threatened us to do it or else, and already.
Did they? I thought it
Yeah.
was just a lot of money.
No,
But
they
you
were like,
did
"You're
get
gonna
paid a
do
lot,
it."
too.
I don't think we got paid that
Huh.
much.
Not really.
Corey, what's your credit amount?
I have 33,000, having spent next to none. I think I paid 20,000 because I helped with the drop pods and I had the most money.
Yeah,
I've got-
I have,
I've
think,
got
10
just under
credits
30.
right now.
10 credits?
I think we had
Yes,
100,000.
exactly 10 credits.
So I think we
What?
got paid 100,000 as a group, and that got
And
construed
0.
by chat as 100,000 each.
You guys get
different.
paid?
Or we were gonna. Either way, this is a write-offable expense for them. They're overblowing it.
Honestly, I think it's time renegotiate the terms here a little bit. The goals have shifted. New information has come to light. I don't think we're being properly compensated for our work here.
How would you propose to be compensated? He just
Maybe
gets-
it's something I'd like to discuss in my whole crew. Since, I respect people, unlike you guys seem to do.
He says, "So do you want me to leave you to your He kind of goes over to Zilla and taps quote Silvery on the shoulder.
Yes.
We'll be back, and he motions his guards to follow him out.
Ooh, I was in combat, right?
No, I don't.
Trying to get the cool roll.
No, I don't. You didn't. No, I'm sorry. I'm not even trying to bullshit you. No, you're not in combat.
Damn.
How do we recover someone's strain?
Time.
Someone start
Alright.
punching me so I'll be in combat.
You could send, you guys could send for me. I could probably assist with that.
I don't know how much.
Doctors can heal strain.
Maybe if they
Um,
look at their pulse and how the perspiration level, they'll be able to.
Don't you know, if you just base it off their sweat levels, you can easily heal strain.
The sweat tells me this person was depressed and had a long history of child abuse.
Oh, that is some Arcadian doctoring if I've ever heard of it.
All right. Well, since
So you guys
Iceman,
can technically wait.
how long is the thing? Well, okay, then let me. Did Ostak leave yet, or is he still? Can we say
You
he's still
can
hanging?
stop him. Yeah,
Yeah. I want to stop him from leaving.
he turns around.
As you can see, one of our party members is in no shape to discuss anything at the moment, much less additional compensation. Maybe you could show us some quarters. We could spend the night, regroup.
He motions to the guards who are then going to lead you, and as he does so, they look incredibly confused.
While that happens, I'll go back over to Scarlet and ask us like, did you figure out how to solve the nanomachines?
Scarlet just doesn't even respond. Okay.
I'll talk in the other ear because
Hold
she
on,
must be
hold on.
deaf in the left.
I got a message from Kadia. Kadia just crashed.
Whoops.
That's what that is. So that makes a lot of sense. Give her 1 second.
Sure thing.
Scarlet's just kind of staring off into space.
Well,
So
that's
while
a
that, we'll put that
positive
pin in
change from
that.
shooting Iceman.
We'll put a pin in that.
Yeah.
So Iceman, you are led to a set of quarters. It's not exactly the best, but they're better than a prison.
That's what I was looking for. Is there a flat surface to lie?
There is a bed. Yes, you can put quote Hillary on the bed.
Okay.
I'm
Let's,
putting Celery
Zilla-
on the bed. And I think I also could use a nap.
Okay, sure. So
Feeling
you guys
pretty
can literally
stressed out.
just chill for a day. That's fine. You're good.
Iceman tucks them both.
You guys can recover a wound. I don't think you need to. You can recover your strength. A day
Down to 2.
passes. Sorry, what?
Down to 2, right?
Down to 2.
Has Tomnal awoken?
I mean, yes.
I think
Wait.
Adi is back.
Would Tomnal like to attempt to get rid of this, or is he sticking with it?
I'd like to not be this person anymore.
I love that voice, though. It's so good.
I can do that though. I really can't actually. That really hurt my throat. It was more the Frank Lepaki outtakes version of Sillery than the in-game Sillery.
If I'm honest, I wasn't aware there was such a thing, but continue.
You need to listen to it. It's pretty awesome.
This is a roll, big man.
To what?
Don't you want to shed that?
No, I
form?
just to
He
lose
drops
it. I
like a cloak. Yeah.
Oh, you just do it?
So,
yeah.
Iceman, you said you wanted to discuss with your crew the
Yeah.
details. All right, Han Solo, what do you got for us?
I don't know who that is. Question: did they actually send people down to repair the ship? They probably didn't, right? They didn't
You
yet.
would have to ask someone.
I'm gonna assume they didn't because they were not nice. So I don't know why they would do that nice thing for us. So, all right. I think the cool runnings. It's a bit of rough shape, but looks like these guys have the resources and ability to get her ship shape again. I think that should definitely be on the table here.
What table are we on?
He hit his head harder than I thought. The negotiating table. We're altering the deal. They keep adding on stuff to this thing. I don't like them in the first place. They're not treating us well. I want more out of it. I don't think I'm the only one.
What do they want us to do now?
Go to hunt down that droid.
We're going to Corellia first.
Oh, Corellia.
Corellia's nice.
Well,
It's a fun
if you
planet.
remember, that's where I was last in chains.
Yeah, that's also the place we freed you. So, glass half full. Take it as you wish.
Do we really want to work for these people anymore? They clearly don't know what they're doing.
I do not at all.
I would love to just ditch.
Can we get?
Yeah.
I would love. I'm all in favor of that. But
Can
for
we get
now, they
Pat
can
in
fix
here?
our ship.
Right here. What do you need?
Who the hell was I?
What?
You know, lady, you may have heard of her. Black hair, silvery, made you all want to shoot me. That situation.
Oh, Silvery? Oh, you don't know. No, you don't want to deal with her. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, well, she's on Dathomir.
Turns into Nixon.
She's a crook.
That's pretty close, actually.
What does she do?
Oh, terrible things.
Celebrity, you really just trying to hide the fact that you've never played Forces.
I've never played Forces of Corruption, so you need to just go for it.
Silvery is a Night Sister and basically a Sith Lord, but not, because technically Night Sisters are their own class of Force user. She betrayed the Zon Consortium in a pretty drastic way, stole something, and they don't really like her.
Did you tell me that?
I did.
Alright, cool. Rad.
Why would the droids be working with her? Because it seems like the droids are working with her.
Are they droids? Like, I get that they look like droids, but they're not made like droids. You know?
Certainly aren't.
It's most, amazing.
Oh, speaking of which, there's still necrosis on this ship.
A what?
Yeah, what?
The
Big
thing
scare
we
robot. A lot of
Yeah.
lightsabers. I blew it up.
Apparently
Oh.
not well enough.
Well enough to save your ass for the third time.
I never left the ship, I think you'll remember. Oh, I know I did.
Oh, you.
I hid by a wall.
Where's Scarlet at?
Who?
Yeah.
The scientist. The pale one.
I
Oh, the
saw
one
her.
that
She
you-
went with you.
Oh, no. Oh, no. And then I leave.
Oh.
Leave?
My desire to ditch these criminals is about just as much as my desire to ditch that one. But
We're seeing a different side of Pad since we've gotten on this ship.
oh, he's nervous about something.
Yep.
That's why I got both lightsabers on.
Do you just walk around with those on all the time?
Yeah, do you not?
Likes the sound of the hum.
Helps him sleep at night.
I
You
indicate
just have like 2 singe marks on your clothing. And
He's got a permanent tan.
A bad uneven tan.
No, they're not
Potential
ignited.
skin
They're just on my person. You
Oh, okay.
fucking.
So Slever, you arrive back to find Scarlet tinkering with the sand.
Okay. Scarlet, I was asking you a question before, and you just kind of just dazed and walked off, but I wanted to ask you, your data pad might have crashed or something, I don't know. But did you figure out what was going on with those nanomachines?
Oh my god, is Kadia gone again?
I say, of course. And I go over all the stuff.
Okay. So
Like the-
you say we need heat.
Yes, 500 degrees should do it.
So I
So
call the
Kadia,
quartermaster.
You're pretty sure that something as simple as a thermal detonator is enough to just pop these
Hoping not the heat from the ship's laser.
Scarecrow, what'd you say?
Nothing.
Share with the rest of the class.
No. Just I
Iceman,
figured.
you said something. It was really loud. I don't know what it was. What was that?
I just figure shooting a robot with a ship-based laser cannon is more powerful than a thermal detonator. But I don't know. I just know
You need
ships. I don't know.
to get
I don't know
better.
not ships.
So it sounds like we
I
need
just call off
sustained
Sith Lord
heat,
hand.
not just a blast. I call up the quartermaster from before. I get him on comms. Am I able to get him on comms?
Yeah. Of course, he answers, and you hear the text-to-speech program.
What do you want, Pad?
Very good.
Couple
I'll
extra
just,
A's in there.
if it's okay, I'll do his voice too.
That's good.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, I'm gonna cash in all my favors on this one. Oh goodness, what do you want now? You remember those Tabana gas things that I sent? That I gave you it would have been a few cycles ago.
All right, hold on. I need you to say this out loud. I'm gonna send you something.
Okay. Yes, they're gathering dust in the back. Oh. I appear to have used a few of those canisters. I huff them in my spare time. Oh no, how many do we have left? What are you thinking about doing?
I'm really not enjoying this.
We're gonna make something. Oh no. Oh no. And I walk down to the quartermaster, and we're gonna build a flamethrower.
Are you taking it with you to assist you?
You can if you want to.
I'll come to assist.
I'm going to gather some parts, like a small engine nozzle, some tubing, one of the Tabana gas canisters. It's like personal sized. How many Destiny points do you want me to use for this?
I mean, we'll say you can use one.
Okay. So I'm essentially building something that we can burn necrosis down with. So it's essentially like there's probably a flamethrower somewhere in the.
There's definitely a flamethrower for sure.
Yeah.
1 second.
Flame projector.
Yes, sure. We can go with that. I huff Tabana gas in my spare time.
Can we go with the CZ-28 Flame Strike? Model it off of that.
Sure, buddy.
Okay. So
You only get one. Don't drop it.
what's the roll to make this, to build this?
Oh, it's gonna be a daunting mechanics check.
Okay.
Here's the best. You're gonna succeed either way.
It's all about, I guess, what happens to the user when they use it.
Yeah.
Right.
Are we getting a repeat of?
Oh, sorry. Formidable. Good luck.
Despair.
Oh, formidable.
No, there's no. I could roll, but
How should I roll to assist him? Do
you could upgrade his check. I believe.
You can give me a boost, but
Flip a destiny point and upgrade
Let
that
Jesus
check.
take
Or-
the wheel.
if you want to assist, yeah. So what's your roll there? You have 6. Okay, so the roll is going to be 6 total die, and it's going to be my proficiency.
Your proficiency?
Yep, my proficiency and your ability. So my proficiency is 3, and then your ability is 6. So we're going to add 3 more, and that's our roll.
I rolled 3 and 3. Got it.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, so 4 success, 3 threat, 1 triumph. So this, I'm going
It'll roll
to...
the grid.
Yeah, it's the inverse hiddle. The Hiddle's Gambit. So this gun, it's a gunnery type flamethrower.
Oh
It's
no!
cool.
Here we go. Oh, good.
And it's man portable.
Bubbles, you're getting a new toy.
So the Triumph, I'm going to. So for this
It's
specifically, what I'll do is there's some attachments that I can do to like decrease the weight as what I'll do. So it's not as heavy as it is before. But those 3 threats, use them however you want, Kalo.
Hmm.
I'd use them.
What about damaging the weapon a step?
I'm gonna say that the weapon upgrades any difficulty upon fire, and because it's really unstable. This was literally assembled by some crazy fish and an Arcanian, and has a chance, for something to just go catastrophically wrong.
This is my best work.
Oh yes. So Pad, God, eventually finishes this monstrosity with the quartermaster, and he turns around, and it does not. It's like someone looked at what they thought a flamethrower should look like, right? But they just didn't follow the instructions properly.
It just has fumes coming out of it. It sounds like a diesel engine. It's just like...
Breathe it in.
It sounds
There's
like
a
the
rotating
Squad racing,
wheel
yeah.
in here that literally throws fire.
If you see the qualities, it'll really sound like that. So, to the person who chat that said I was hoping for fried calamari, please.
Aw.
I'm not foreign. So
I get it. I understand that joke.
So we after that, let's see, we'll go with I'll try and lug it around, but it's obviously too heavy for me.
You kinda
You
just-
want some help with that?
So I
like carry it together.
I calm I calm Bubbles. Hey Bubbles.
Yeah.
Why don't you come on down to the quartermaster station? I got a present for you.
Oh,
You'll love it,
okay.
I swear.
Okay.
I'll cut in and say, me and Pad cooked up a little present for
Cooked.
you.
Good one, huh?
Okay. Well, Bubbles happily.
Happily
the
make a
quartermaster.
scream.
Yeah, he's got bubbly personality.
And I'll quickly like try to cover it with a drape that I found nearby.
What you got?
You see a bunch of smoldering like smog flowing out from underneath the drape. You get really suspicious of Pad.
Pad.
I've got
Okay.
you a new weapon. And I throw off the tarp. It makes the thing fall over and sputter more.
Charlotte's gonna like kick it with her foot, and it sputters a little.
Whirs back to life.
This big like shit-eating grin on her face.
We're going bug hunting.
Wait, there's bugs now?
Well, I mean the bots. They're like tiny silk bugs.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Scarlett's
Is
gonna
that safe?
Safe enough?
Oh, okay. Bubbles goes over and picks it up.
Why don't you try it out on this little dummy that we have over here? No, please.
Why are you
don't.
pointing
That
at
is
me?
Not a dummy.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You could just hit those barrels over there. I don't think there's anything in there. Fine.
Have we considered that maybe we don't want to burn down all the nanos.
Wait, why would we not?
What do we have against the droids?
They tried to kill us?
Because we tried to kill them.
Droid.
Oh, no.
I would
Whatever they're planning
No,
seems
we
like it would
didn't.
eventually kill us.
Look, all we know is they moved against Tiber. And let's be honest, Tiber's
they
kind of a
moved
dick.
against us.
Because we were working for Tiber.
They
The
didn't
only
know
good
that.
droid's a dead droid, Tom Knoll. Pit, little excluded.
Fine. I was just bringing it up for discussion.
I say I would like to capture some more of these for experimentation.
Who are you?
Go right
Yeah, who
ahead. I'm
invited
gonna
you?
burn it.
Bubbles just strolls away with the diesel engine.
Yep. Bubbles is heading out. No idea where he's going, but he's going.
Sorry. Heading out where?
Well, are we
No
finished
idea.
with negotiations currently, or?
We
Didn't
didn't ask
think
for what we
Iceman
wanted.
even. Yeah, no,
We didn't
Iceman
even
didn't say anything.
No, because
We haven't-
no one engaged in we didn't even discuss it.
How are they doing with that Octoptara droid?
Leonard,
could
was it the
ask.
lightweight frame you added to it?
Yes.
Okay, just the one level of it?
Yeah.
All right.
Lightweight because it's quality, not because of the shoddy materials used.
Not at all.
All right, Ostock. We want our ship down the surface, fixed, repaired. We also want an extra 30,000 each, and this is our last
Last what, Scarecrow? You cut out.
job.
Which is the last job? He says like a lead.
We'll go to the planet. We'll get you your droid. But that's it. We're done with this sorry excuse for a pirate crew.
Where is Tiber?
He's on a different ship right now.
What other ship? Is he dead?
He's not dead.
Is he dead?
He is not dead.
Is he dead?
He looks you square in the eyes and said, "I've told you twice. What is your problem, man?"
What could he be doing right now that's possibly more important than what we're doing? Why is his flagship in ruins and he's off on another ship? Is he dead?
He is not dead.
All right.
You have to ask it in a different way. Is Tiberzod still alive?
He is still alive.
So what are you going to
Is he a
do?
direct-
This Silry person that you're all so concerned about, how are we supposed to deal with her? There's got to be more involved now that she's here. Right? Like, now we know the droids are with her. You're all clearly terrified of her. And you're
I
just
don't
sending
think
us to go fight
terrified
that
is
as
the
well.
word.
I think it...
What was that?
I think you are. You're sending us to do all your fighting for you while your ships fall apart. This is apparently the most important thing you guys have going on. But you just
Well, the
send some
original plan
randoms.
was to have a ground force sent with you on Mustafar, but you had other plans, and we were not privy to them. And strangely, the man in charge actually trusted you to get it done.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how we wouldn't want any of this ruckus with us, since every time we show up here, it's a fucking shit. Weird how we wouldn't want to have that follow us down onto the planet.
Be as much of a shit show as your career.
My career, sir. I'll have you know, I won 8 straight titles.
I mean, it's kind of like a politician winning his election when there's no one running against him, really.
Yeah, because I'm on another level, son. So don't step
Oh
to
my
me
God!
unless you can take it.
So how were you guys going to get past the Lucre Hulk?
We were going to bash a fleet of ships into it.
Oh, see? Shit show. So, now that we've established you guys have terrible ideas, and the ideas you do have, you're not any good at carrying out anyway, how about you get a response on this deal we're proposing?
I'll make sure the credits are wired to your account. I don't imagine the cool runnings will be repaired in time for you to find a way to get into Dathomir, but it will be repaired. Sorry,
It's all right.
hold on, not into Dathomir, into like the thing he proposed earlier on how to get in there.
Right.
It probably won't be ready in that time frame.
That's fine.
Drop
That's
Gotta remember,
understood.
it got crashed into the surface of a planet.
Yeah, that's understood.
So next time we come onto the ship, are we going to get arrested then too? Is that going to be a standard way for us to do transfers?
I'll try and make sure that doesn't happen again.
I'm still unclear
No.
on why we were arrested at first.
You won't let that happen again. And I cross my arms.
Iceman uncrosses his arm.
Intimidation check.
Oh, she's trying to coerce him. Okay. He has 1 yellow and 2 discipline.
Okay.
So that would be 1 red and 2 purple.
And that's against my
Your coercion.
coercion. Oh wow, I'm surprisingly good at coercion, I think. Considering my personality.
Yeah, so you could. Oh, what?
Nice.
What is this? What
Nice.
is this?
He
Toss back
looks at
the
my
balls
buff
into your-
arms and he realizes, yeah, that's probably best.
Well, I suppose you have been performing better than our soldiers, so I'll try and make sure that they don't act like that again.
Yeah, that's because
However,
we've been
you won't
performing.
let that happen.
Wait, so our arrest was performance-based?
Well, the orders we received, not necessarily from Tiber, were from the admiral that's currently commanding the ship. He said, "Detain everyone."
Just detain everyone?
He looks a little like the information he was given is now starting to sound a little stupid.
Iceman just walks by him as he does so. It says "shit show."
I will walk with Iceman out.
But does she say shit show as well? That's the real question.
Yes. Actually, no, she doesn't talk like that unless the stormtrooper. She's silent.
Sykes.
We should have left you on that rock.
Wow. Wait, who are you talking to?
Himself.
Oh my god. Okay, alright. So you guys have very clearly agreed to it under the pretense that you will be paid. You can. I'll have that money wired to you, and they will repair the ship.
And we're not going to get arrested on site again.
That's correct. You will not get arrested on site again.
What a fucking steal of a deal. That's 30 grand on top of the money we were going to be wired for successful completion of the previous job, right?
If you complete it.
No.
Wait, no, you won't complete it? Wait a minute.
This isn't a new deal. This deal is stupid. Iceman, this deal is stupid.
How is this deal stupid?
We're getting basically an extra 10 grand for just going and doing...
No,
what was
this is on top of what we were already promised.
So we're getting 50 grand total from now to the completion of the deal for doing the original
We're getting
thing.
30 grand now, and then the originally promised 20 grand after.
Just for Vernon and HK.
Correct.
What do we do about everyone else there? Is the IG thing still like? There's so many unknown variables here, and they clearly have no idea what they're sending us into.
So, Ostok says we would be willing to pay more for any more interesting persons that you find along the way.
Who defines interesting? We found this one. I point to Scarlet. She's pretty interesting. Where's my money?
Yeah, I'd be willing to get a sweet bounty for
Yeah.
that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're a little trigger happy though, so just be careful when you're
Look.
bringing them in.
All I'm saying is we found her on a sacrificial tablet thingy, which I may or may not have thought was set up by the Jedi. We don't need to get into that. And
No. Let's get into that.
well, I'm thinking now the only other Dark Jedi that was around that could have been using this mysterious Sith artifact was this Silri person, unless there just happened to, or Nerith, unless there just happened to be another one around. So clearly Scarlet was involved in something, or knows something, or has some connections to them that may be interesting to you, and we are willing to give her up for either interrogation or autopsy, whatever seems more appropriate to you guys. And you might learn something interesting.
I
So
don't think. Well, we have an interest in the current technology of the situation, as well as those who have betrayed us in the past. I don't think we have interest in a. He looks to Scarlet and says, "No offense, a random Arcanian."
So
Scarlet, look at him and say none token. None taken.
none token.
None token.
Oh man.
Eyeball. Tom, no. I'm not saying anything.
So what's your relationship like with Nerith? You guys knew Nerith. A sacrifice set up by Nerith, I'm sure, would have been interesting to you. Silri, you clearly know. A sacrifice set up by Silri seems like it'd be interesting to you. It just seems risky for us to take Scarlet down to the planet with us to deal with these droids and Silri, whoever they may have been associated with. So, Scarlet, if you have anything to add
Sounds
here...
like a lot of victim blaming. Ostok says with a perked brow.
She was left on the sacrificial table in a place where they knew we'd be coming to maybe rescue her. It just seems a little too convenient.
Scarlet's like, or you just want to see me dead because the voices in your head are telling you that you should kill me.
Or maybe because you shot me, and upon asking, who are you, your literally only response thus far has been, I'm Scarlet.
Yeah.
I'm Scarlet.
I don't know if it's
all
a
you need.
social awkwardness thing, but it's really not helping us with the trust.
Constantly trying to kill me does not help you with the trust.
Okay, let's back up
Oh
here.
my
See,
God.
there is a single person in this entire group that has fired a shot in anger at any one of us, and that was you at me. So I'm gonna give you the chance to rethink. Well, I'm gonna let you have a chance to rethink that statement and come back to me with a response on that. If you want to stick with that trying to kill you thing, that's fine. I can just say that's not gonna work out.
Because Tomnal was trying to kill me.
I was
But-
restrained.
Already restrained, and you weren't under any threat.
He was using his mind magic.
No, I wasn't.
Oh my god.
I was
How would you
failing
know
to
about
use it.
mind magic. Wait a minute. Back up. Roll a minute.
Why don't you actually tell us how you ended up there?
Katia, it's at your discretion. Use your 6 intellect to come up with a great backstory.
Also, Scarlet doesn't recognize Tomnal. She thinks Nerith was the party member. As far as you're aware, I'm a different person.
I've seen you transform this.
I'd never tried to do it in front of you.
No, I
No,
don't think you do know.
Yeah, you haven't been there for any of the transformations.
Have I been there for any of them?
For which one?
Have I been there for any of them?
No.
No, because
that
they
was
were all
Nerith?
done in the cell block since we've gotten
Yeah.
here.
Okay. So, okay, let me amend what I would have said then. I would have been like, who are you?
Who are you? I'm Tomnal. Here, let's try this. I'm Tomnal.
Iceman, having had enough of this, goes to shove Scarlet in one of the.
What?
We're not in the cell block anymore, are we?
No, you what?
Fine. All right.
You
Never
got
mind.
there. You one of your what?
I was gonna push you in one of the prison cells, but we're not in the prison anymore.
On our ship, or where are we?
You're in
We're on Tiber's ship.
Tiber, holy! You guys are in a dormitory, basically.
So yeah, who are you?
Iceman walks out of the room and heads towards the ship.
What ship?
My ship, the cool customer.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I like how Iceman could literally just leave at any minute and be like, screw you guys. This shit's stupid. And he just like floats into space infinitely with no hyperdrive.
Scarlet's gonna smile and shout after him, I am Scarlet.
Iceman shut the door.
Yeah, what are we going to
Continues
use to
walking
get
towards the ship?
Well,
we got the shuttle. What do you mean?
The shuttle sucks.
Well, maybe Ostok has a loaner for us, while ours is in the shop.
Well, we can take you there aboard one of our drop ships.
Sure.
Only if I get to fly.
Aren't you going to fly cool customer? Cool runnings, whatever the fuck?
Cool Rustomer?
Well, it doesn't have a hyperdrive, so it'd need to be... If it can be docked to the ship, yeah, sure.
Okay, so Ostok points out, he's like, yes, we can give you like a ship on loan while you try and get the passage to Dathomir sorted out in the first place. We would do it free of charge. Just make sure you don't blow the ship up or crash it into a planet.
Well, we can't make any promises on that front. How much does it cost?
Roger.
If something goes wrong with it, how much? We just assume that is the cost of doing business, right?
Absolutely.
They're worth about 140,000 credits.
All right, so that is 140,000 credits that you are risking by giving it to us to do the mission. Good understanding we've come to here.
Okay. Slumber's just quiet after he's made this monstrosity of a flame.
I am reveling in my work.
Reveling in his creation.
I'm just staring at it. It's beautiful.
Bubbles still hasn't figured out how to turn it on.
Oh, hey, Pad! How do you get Pad? Where's the fire button? That's the part where you turn to him and you say, "No, it is the fire button."
It is the fire button.
Well, let's hurry up and cook this droid so we can get on with the business at hand.
Ostok holds up his hand and says, "We'll deal with that droid."
Clearly, you've done a fantastic job at that. Can I just say?
Can I ask when?
Probably after you leave. The information provided by your scientist here was very helpful.
R is a strong word.
R.
R.
McCluskey.
That one's stronger.
I miss McCluskey.
I'm surprised I remembered his name.
Me too, really.
I don't think I remembered his name when we were playing.
All right, so I'm gonna say we're gonna call it here. You guys can resume next time.
Okay.
Okay.
Corey, let's do it. Not next week, but a week from then.
Okay. That is that July 1st? That is Canada Day. We'll be having a celebratory fireworks show on the way there. So,
Well, there, moose, or is it meese?
Or not Sliver.
Meese.
Corey, before we end, can you give me a "I am the darkness" again?
oh god, my throat still hurts, and I'm kind of concerned about it. I am the darkness, or I will bring.
Whichever she says.
I bring darkness.
That's good. That's good. I'm happy.
I can't make it as raspy as it needs to be. Oh, we gotta do morality.
Surprisingly, you weren't evil this session.
Zilla, you go up 7. Iceman, you go up 6. I mean, you're full, but
I'm a
Tonal
paragon of virtue.
goes up 5.
Who keeps doing this?
Wow,
All
I'm
right.
100% light side.
And I'm not.
You and me both.
And how much experience do we get? So we have video evidence when Cody says it's not established.
Yeah, 15.
What about experience?
15.
I don't know if she's
experience,
joking.
I heard. Just mad.
Well, clearly it didn't happen. Like, I never said anything. You caught me.
I don't think experience was ever handled last session.
Yeah, it was.
We have video evidence for all of the last 5. I think we've done them all on stream. All right. Bye, everyone.